Martha, thank you for participating in our 2022 virtual WhistleStop political rally. By purchasing your virtual booth, you have allowed our chamber to educate the citizens of Polk County about the upcoming elections and the issues and candidates on the ballot. So thank you. Since your campaign has purchased a booth, the Florida Division of Elections does require you to disclose that fact with the following statement.
Political advertisement paid and approved by Martha Santiago, Republican, for County Commissioner District
4. Perfect. All right, so let's get started with some questions. So first, can you tell us a little bit about yourself?
Sure. That's probably my favorite topic. I've been in Polk County for over 40 years. I'm married to Alex Santiago and have 2 children and 4 grandchildren. My 2 children decided to stay in Polk County, so I'm blessed because I get to see them a lot. Plus, they get to enjoy everything I enjoyed at Polk County when they were growing up. I have worked in K through 12. I've been a teacher and administrator, worked in the district office, and then began working at Polk State College. I was well, before I worked with them, I was on the board of trustees for Polk State College. Then Dean of Academic Affairs, Provost, and then retired. And now I'm your county commissioner.
Thanks, Martha. So you've been a county commissioner for 4 years now. You're just finishing up your first term. What are you most proud of in your first term?
Well, definitely being a county commissioner has been a very enjoyable, but very challenging position. I'm going to say that's why you need a person or a voice with experience in this position. There's just a lot of things that go on. Who would have known that we would have the pandemic taking place, that we would have to be dealing with a county shutdown for 6 weeks? That was really hard, especially when we knew how much the businesses of our community and the people in our community, because they weren't working and they weren't getting paid, and how much that affected them. That was probably one of my toughest decisions that I've had to do. The governor did the emergency state of closing down our businesses, and so we had to follow suit. But it was a really, really tough decision. But I must say that the CARES Act money that came through, $146 million, that's a lot of money that came through. Our goal, my goal at that time, our goal was to get the money to the people and to the businesses as fast as possible. And I'm very proud of that. I think, you know, we went straight nitty gritty. We spent many hours trying to figure out how best to do this and how to get the money to the businesses. I got lots of emails, people saying, thank you so very much for helping us out. So I'm proud of the way that we conducted that business.
Awesome. So what do you believe are Polk County's greatest challenges or opportunities?
Well, our greatest challenges are definitely the growth of Polk County. As you know, we're growing like, I think it's like 55 to 60 people a day moving to Polk County. Funny thing about it is that I hear people say, tell them not to come, tell them not to come. I can't do that. So we just got to prepare for this growth. By the year 2030, I predict earlier than that, but by the year 2030 to 2040, they're saying we're going to have close to 1.4 million people in Polk County. And that's a lot of people, which causes a lot of stress on our services, like the fire service, 9/11 service. All those things just take a beating with the amount of people. Our infrastructure is another one. So I think the growth, if I'm going to put anything in a priority here, I think the growth is kind of a biggest challenge. The other one, I kind of mentioned it very quickly, is the fact that we have infrastructure needs. And so we got to see what and how we could improve our infrastructure. We can't do it all at once. I always say I want a little magic wand to make it all, take care of it all, but we can't. That we have to prioritize and we have to look at the needs of our county. And the other one that I would say is the budget. We have right now we have a great budget, 2.4, and I say great because we've gotten ARP monies in there, we've gotten CARES Act money in there to acclaim, but we've got to make sure that this money that has come our way is used the right way. So I am challenged with the task as your chairwoman. I am challenged with the task to make sure this money is spent where it needs to be spent.
Yes, ma'am. So we've talked about some of our challenges. So what do you think are Polk County's greatest strengths?
Well, no doubt our greatest strength are the people. The people of Polk County are definitely our greatest strength. I think having all these organizations and the churches and the people coming together, and I say that because for a specific reason, when COVID happened and when we closed down for those weeks, I tell you what, Sarah, the mere fact that I saw how the people in Polk County reacted to that and how they reached out to the small businesses and restaurants, and how the small businesses through different organizations put everything aside to help the people, that really touched my heart to know that the people of Polk County is our greatest strength. We need to invest in our people. The other great strength, I think, but it also could be a challenge if I wanted to, is our location. We have a perfect location for between two major cities. And I think that location is going to be wonderful to meet the needs of our workforce, which means economic development is another big need for our county. We need the jobs we need the jobs for people to work with. So we're having almost 1 million people coming into our county. We better have jobs for them, because this is what's going to happen. If they don't stay here and work, they're going to go to both of our neighboring counties. And we don't want that. We want our people to stay here. So I think that's going to be a challenge to bring economic development into our area, which goes hand in hand with workforce. We got to make sure we have the appropriate workforce. So yeah, we have a lot of challenges, but I'm a very positive person. I'm an optimistic person, and I look for solutions, and that's what we need to do.
Thank you. And I think you touched a little bit of this when you talked about the challenges the first time, but what do you believe should be the County Commission's top 3 priorities in the coming year?
Well, it goes hand in hand. Here's, and I've already touched on it, but I'm gonna say it probably in a little different way. Look, we've got a great budget. No denying that, and we're able to do a lot of things with the budget. ARP monies that have come in, being very fiscally responsible with our budget has allowed us to have a rollover that we can utilize in our infrastructure. We've got to make sure that whoever is in this position, and that's why I say experience matters, leadership experience especially matters, experience in budget matters. This is really important, because we've got to make sure that budget is used for what, it's the people's money. It's not my money. It's not everybody, it's the people's money. So we got to make sure we use it to make Polk County a better place to live. Quality of life is extremely important. So I think that's important. Another one is, and by the way, I've been endorsed by Sheriff Grady Judd, which is real important, because I'll tell you why. Security and safety is very important to me. When we talk about quality of life, we wouldn't have a quality of life if we did not live in a community, in a county that is safe. And I support Sheriff Grady Judd's work and his law enforcement's work to make us safe and secure. So I think safety and security is real important. And I don't know if you asked for 3, but I'm going to give you another one, which I've already mentioned, but in this scope is economic development. We need to make sure that we are prepared and poised to bring industries and businesses and corporations into Polk County, because that's going to help our people find the job. Again, like I stated earlier, then also we've got to make sure that we've got the workforce. So if we don't have the workforce, the businesses won't come. If the businesses won't come, we won't have the people working in here. So that goes jointly. And that's a matter of working with the county as a whole, with different organizations, different institutions, to make sure that we are prepared to bring businesses into Polk County, because that's extremely important.
Thank you. So we've heard a lot about growth over the past few years. You've already talked about it quite a bit this morning, but can you share with us your thoughts on how growth impacts our community and what you believe is the County Commission's role in managing growth?
It's funny you would ask that, because just this morning we had a very, very long meeting about growth management and what we can do to improve it and not continue to see the growth that we're seeing. And like I said earlier, some of the people are saying, we'll send the people back home. Well, we can't do that. So we've got to be smart in what we do. And one of the things that we're looking at a comprehensive plan, and which includes development and growth and things like that. And this document is what helps us or see which way we're supposed to go with growth in our county. Well, unfortunately, Sarah, we're working with a document that has some of its parts have not been upgraded for over 20 years. And at one time, our comprehensive plan dealt with how to increase growth in Polk County. It's funny that 20-something years ago, we're looking at what can we do to increase growth in Polk County, because we don't want growth to stop. If we have growth stopping, our county will not move forward. Our cities will not move forward. But at the same token, we realized that some of the requirements that were in the comprehensive plan 20 years ago are not appropriate for us right now. So one of the things that we did this morning is to look at what do we need to do, what do we need to change to make sure that future developments are compatible to what the growth is, and to help us build better things. And when I talk about that, I talk about development as we see. And development doesn't only take place with county people, and also with city people. So I love the fact that the mayors come together and talk about those issues. But anyway, development. And we're also looking at a commercial, because we want to make sure that there is a good balance. If we have too much of a development and not enough commercial, then we're going to suffer in that area. So we have to be very strategic, if I may use that word, and how to plan our future development. And I love that. You know, I love doing that. I want to make sure that what we plan today, this is how serious this is. The decisions we make today will impact 20, 30, 40 years down the road. And I want to make sure that the decisions I make are the right ones for Polk County.
Absolutely. So last question, why should voters choose you over the other candidate?
Well, that's easy to answer. I have 4 years on the commission. I understand everything from growth, budget. I understand how the county commission works as far as infrastructure is concerned. So I have an understanding of it. So I think that the decisions that I make today, like I said just a while ago, I think the decisions that I make today in the county with my colleagues are going to be decisions that are going to move us forward. I don't have to spend time trying to figure everything out. You know, the word experience carries a lot of weight in there, and I've got this experience. I also said this earlier, not only experience now in the county for the 4 years, but also experience in leadership, which is very, very important. So I think that that is a plus for me being your next county commissioner. In addition to that, I love Polk County. I mean, this has been my home for over 40 years. And like I said, my children are here, my grandchildren are here. I want to make this place a better place for everybody, not only for my children, but just for everybody. In fact, my theme or my tagline is I work every single day to make sure that Polk County is the best county that it can be. And in order for that to happen, you have to have people that know what's going on and can make the right decisions.
Well, Martha, thank you so much for taking the opportunity to talk with us today and letting the voters get to know you a little bit better. Just as a reminder, our county commission elections are open to the entire county. So no matter what district it is, even if you don't live in District 4, you still are able to vote in District 4 because the entire county commission serves the entire Polk County population. And that election will be on November 8th. So thank you again, Martha. And
Sure.
I hope that this has been informative to our voters.
Well, thank you so much for having me on, and thank you everybody for watching this.